going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today I have another underused match. This one is against Cipher, and I am using the same team as last video just because sheer force is fucking amazing, and I like this team. So this is actually a really quick battle, but I wanted to upload it anyway just because I've really honestly been having trouble getting long battles recently. But I've got to just work with what I can get, so I'm not really complaining. But anyway, looking at my opponent's team, the main thing that I'm afraid of is the Crawdon. If that thing starts to set up in any way, I could be pretty screwed there. But he's also got a Mega Steelix, and overall a pretty interesting team. But let's go ahead and hop into the match here. So I was kind of expecting him to want to lead off with his Mega Steelix just for Stealth Rock and stuff like that, as he does lead off with it. Goes into the Rolex, bringing out that gold swag, as I lead off with my Donphan, because this is actually a really good matchup for me. This thing can't really hurt me. So he's gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve, bust out the crystals, looking pretty damn awesome. He got a fucking gravitational pull around him for some reason, and I go for the obvious early game Stealth Rock, as he's actually just gonna set up Stealth Rocks of his own. So it's pretty much just a damn Rocks fest out here, and I'm really not too worried about it because I do go for the Rapid Spin on the first turn. I kind of expected him to want to switch out, knowing that I could just hit him with an Earthquake for some decent damage, but he really just doesn't have much to hit me with. So he actually goes for the Earthquake. Donphan's like, wait, did you do something? I felt the ground move a little bit. It didn't really hurt me. So Rolly's looking pretty damn nice. Rolly versus Rolex over here, just realized that. But I'm going to go for the knockoff. So I knew that he was going to want to switch out here, seeing how that did no damage. He's going to switch into his Hydreigon, as I actually go for the knockoff, which is really nice for me because I was really thinking about going for the Earthquake, but I was like, nope, he's going to try to switch and avoid that. So I get rid of this thing's Choice Scarf, which is really nice because that could have been a pain in the ass later had I not gotten rid of that. So Hydreigon's over here with looking nice and itemless. He's like, what the fuck is even, what am I holding? Just a bunch of air over here. As I'm gonna switch into Slime Shady. So I knew a Draco Meteor was coming, obviously, and I really just do not have a whole lot to take that on this team other than Slime Shady. But it's looking like after the first one with the special attack drop, I should be able to take one more of them. So he's going to go ahead and switch out, realizing that he cannot kill me. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and switch out myself so we get a little bit of double switch action. So he goes into his little flying egg thing, freaking Togetic. You don't see these a lot, but Togetic actually kicks some ass, honestly. I love me some Togetic. But I go into Gatorade here, and I go for the Waterfall, actually expecting him to switch, fearing the Ice Punch. Waterfall's unfortunately not going to be able to take care of that thing, and then he goes for the freaking T-Wave. So for Alligator's nice and paralyzed, which is no bueno because a paralyzed Gator is a much less useful Gator, but he's going to go for the Defog here. He goes ahead and, gets the winds out and is able to somehow blow away my damn Stealth Rock. So that's kind of unfortunate, but really not that big of a deal considering his team didn't care about it a whole lot. So yeah, so I'm able to finish that thing off with a Waterfall. I break through the paralysis, and I'm like, hell yeah, that's what I like to see. So now he's going to bring out his sunburnt ass lizard, and at this point I was expecting him to potentially go for the Surf, fearing me going into my Donphan, expecting the electric attack, so I decided to go into Slime Shady there, and he actually does go for the Surf, trying to catch my Donphan off guard. I had thought about that for a long ass time. I was like, I know this asshole gets something that can hurt Donphan. I always forget that this thing can learn Surf for some reason, honestly. But luckily I do make the right play, and Slime Shady is able to just kind of like soak up that Surf. As here I'm going to go for a Focus Blast. I went for it either way if it were to land on the Heliolisk or the freaking Steelix. Had he switched into it, it would be perfect, as he actually does go into the Steelix. And that's going to do a whole lot of damage, enough for a 2-hit KO. And check it out, Slime Shady actually hit 2 Focus Blasts in a row. That shit is unheard of, and I honestly was not expecting that to happen, but I'm pretty damn stoked about it. So that's going to get rid of the Steelix, and Slime Shady's looking pretty nice out here, as he's now going to bring out the Hydreigon again. Unfortunately, there's really nothing I can switch into to take a Draco Meteor, so Slime Shady's going to have to go ahead and die, but at least you did some shit, buddy. I'm proud of you. So that is going to take out Slime Shady, but the good news about that is he does get the special attack drop, and this allows me to go into pretty much whatever I want because he can't one-hit KO me at this point, and I decide to go into Tits McGee, who is ready to just, throw some ice at some 3-headed dragons. So he goes for the Draco Meteor yet again. With the special attack drop, it's only going to do less than half, which is really awesome, and that allows me to go ahead and shoot some fucking ice at this thing's faces, and that is a dead dragon. So that is pretty awesome. Nidoqueen's looking like I have a decent a chance to be able to sweep up the rest of the match here, but here's where it gets a little bit interesting. So he brings out the Crawdon here, and I go for the Thunderbolt just expecting this thing to just kind of die, but he does have a Focus Sash. So it's looking like that Defog earlier on was actually a really good play because now this thing has a chance to sweep me, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm definitely afraid of this motherfucker. So he goes for the Dragon Dance, which is really scary for me. That allows him to be able to outspeed me, but he misses the Crab Hammer, which is absolutely terrible. Game Freak you guys went and fucked this thing by not giving it waterfall, because you cannot rely on Crab Hammer, which that is really terrible. I honestly felt bad about that, but my only answer to that thing was actually Feraligatr being able to do Aqua Jet, and I was paralyzed, so there was a chance that I wasn't going to be able to break through the paralysis, and I could have potentially gotten swept by that thing, but RNG just was not feeling nice to this guy today, so that's unfortunate. But now I'm able to bring in Shofu, who is able to finish off the rest of the match here, so I go for the Earthquake. Just gonna lock myself into that. It is gonna take care of the little lizard guy. Sorry about that, buddy. Get yourself some aloe vera because you are sunburnt as fuck. And his last Pokemon is Elmer Glue, the Emboar. So one more Earthquake is gonna finish this thing off after he goes for a Sucker Punch. Darmanitan's like, ouch, that actually hurt quite a bit, but catch this ground shake, bitch, and that is going to go ahead and kill the shiny fucking Emboar. Is actually pretty damn awesome. But yeah, that is going to be the end of the match there. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.